back on Crafters TV. It's just amazing to catch up with all the guys. You know, it's just been, a blast.
It has been absolutely brilliant. I know some of your favourite double-sided dies are on this show as well, aren't they?
Yes, and I can't wait to show you because I've just got so much to show you. They are beautiful. There are double-sided sort of floral dies, really. So our panel dies, they are beautiful.
They will be coming up a little bit later in the show, along with the Monday Mega Deal, which I'll tell you about in just a few minutes. But before that, there is some breaking news. Now, I know that the Vintage Christmas sold out totally in the earlier show, as did the paper pad as well. However, there was a lot of conversations after the show to work out if we could move things around. A lot of you were saying, especially in the US, that you'd missed out on getting the collection and was there anything we could do? So what we've done is, cheekily, we've taken a very small amount of stock from our UK retail stores and we've brought that stock to you here at Crafters TV. I will add that it is nowhere near the volume of stock that we had for the earlier show. It is a very, very small amount of stock. Both the big collection is available to you. I'll give you the details for that. It's this one here. It's an epic collection. You've got 89 elements within there, £92 or $105 if you want to go for that. There isn't much of it though. You've got a great saving there too. We also have as well the paper pad back in stock for you as well. So if you want to go for that, absolutely you can. $14.99 or $17.99, I believe that was. So make sure you grab that as well. There you can see, of course, everything you've got. Really lovely vintage, kind of almost distressed Christmas feel to it. It is really lovely. It was very popular. It will no doubt sell out again very, very quickly this afternoon. If you want it, if you did miss it, I'd say get over to the website, crafterscompanion.com.co.uk and get your order placed. Right, the Monday Mega Deal is where we are going next. Now, this week's Monday Mega Deal is from Totally Tiffany, and it is a fantastic Monday Mega Deal. We're going to bring to you 4 of the Buddy bags. So the ones you've got here, I always get their names confused. You'll have to forgive me. We've got Gale, firstly, which is this one just here. Now, Gale's brilliant because what you've got is the ability to store loads in here. All got these lovely Velcro straps on them. We've got a load of inks in here, we've got glitters in here as well, absolutely loads of stuff. Now you're also going to get this one. Now I believe this one is it Teresa? Oh, I was going to say it was Barbara. But this is great. It's great for your glitters and things like that. This one here, this is this is Barbara. And now the great thing is they've all got these lovely hard shells in them as well, hard cases in there. Really great. And they all store in your lowest tote on their side, which is fantastic. Now we've also got, Deborah, but Deborah has got her own Deborah in the studio. Debbie, you've got these, haven't you?
I know. You know what, Joe? I am a massive fan of Totally Tiffany, and if you could have heard me squeal when I knew that Tiffany was joining us, honestly, her stuff is amazing. What's really good about it is it's strong, really, really strong. So everything is reinforced. You've got reinforced stitching, you've got reinforced tabs. So not only does this one have the tab at the front, it also has these side ones, and you can hear by that sound how strong that is to grip together. Now I always keep my sparkle pens in my one. I love this because it's got a case inside, so you've actually got a little bit of case in here which you can store all your pens in. So if you do find when you're using especially your sparkle pens and they may have a little bit of drippage down the side, it's going to keep your bag still nice in there. I absolutely love this one, Joe. It's the one I take everywhere. It's the one that you can just pop everything in and just hold. This kit is amazing. I love them all.
Yeah, and you're going to get 4 of them for that great price, saving 20% as well, which is amazing. $17.97 if you're in the UK, $23.97 if you are, of course, in the US. Now, we were talking about these, I don't know if it was you and I, Debbie, were saying about how, it was you and I yesterday, saying how underrated or sometimes undervalued stencils are. We've got an amazing set of stencils for you on the show. It was yesterday. Have anyone else noticed that I'm struggling with my days a little bit this week? It's because my working week started on a Sunday and I am totally discombobulated. Right, I'm going to share with you these gorgeous layering stencils that we've got available for you on the show today. Get them all together is the best way to get the best value, as always. So what you've got in here is you've got the Dahlia. They are just simply striking, the results that you can get with these. We've also got this one here, which is your geometric one. which produces that gorgeous result there, as you can see. You've also got the geometric diamond. I love this one. Gives you that kind of look and effect. Obviously play around with the colours here as well. You've got seamless argyle, which is really lovely. It gives you that gorgeous. Does it remind anyone else of a Madonna album cover, this one? I can't remember which one it was, but it's definitely one of them. You've got Spotty Dotty in here as well, which is lovely. Remember, they're 3 different stencils in one, so they give you, you can get different effects with them, or if you layer them up, you get something truly, truly stunning. You've got Full of a Flutter, which is this one just here. You then also have your Sweet Love, which gives you that one just there. You've got the Regal Rose included in there as well, which gives you that gorgeous finished result there, as you can see. Let me just show you the board, because I want you to be able to see what you're getting with this. So what you've got here is you've got these three different stencils. Gives you a look 1, look 2, look 3, and then what you get is that lovely big full effect on there as well, if you want it. To get all of them together, £40 or $40, saving $23.92 or $23. And of course, you'll get an extra £8 or $8 off of that if you're a Club Inspire Platinum member. 20% already gone here, 20% of the stock already gone. We don't have as many of these as we would like. What I would say is if you want them, maybe it's a sooner rather than later situation. I want to give you a heads up of some of the other great stuff that is on the show today. The double-sided die that Debbie absolutely adores. Debbie adores double-sided dies. There's a lot of D's in there, isn't there? £105 if you want to get these ones, or $115 gets you 6 of them. Wait till you see them, because their intricacy and the level of detail in these is absolutely second to none. So we've got those. We've also got some cut and embossed folders for you, and these are our wonderful sentiment ones. Love, home, friends, congrats, birthday, and thanks all in here. £54 or $62 if you want to get your hands on those. I will show you this, the next one in a little bit more detail a little later in the show, but I think this is going to be really busy. You can get 5 of our 10 packs of Centura Pearl. Really beautiful, very, very popular colours in here too. So you're going to get the hint of silver, turquoise, the deep purple, the canary, and you're also getting the mint in there as well, £11 or $16 if you want to grab those ones. Now, the essential stamps, these are kind of like quirky ones that we sometimes bring to you. They're really great. You are getting 11 here within this configuration. You're only paying for 7 though. It's always nice, isn't it, to get a bit more than you pay for. $17.43 or $20.65 if you want to get those. We'll be seeing those a little bit later in the show. Oh, a great deal for you on sparkle pens. I know Debbie's going to be using these as we go through the show. You pay for 3 and we send you 4 in this configuration here, which is lovely. Again, I'll show you this a little bit later, but you get the Floral Garden, the Nature Trail, the Coastal Cottage and the Spring Summer. Really popular ones there. We've got a great glue trio for you on the show as well. It's the Colau Chunky Glue, which is not called that, 3D glue gel. It's Debbie calling it that. I can't stop now. You're going to get the red liner tape in there, and you're also going to get the low tack tape as well. $10.48 or $16.90. Going to change those details back to the Kaleidoscope. Very, very busy immediately on that. £40 or $40 to get these. Am I right in thinking, Debbie, with these, could we emboss with these ones if we wanted to as well?
Oh, yeah, any stencils, Joe, you can emboss with. Yeah, they're great to emboss with, stencil through, so your inks. I'm going to actually be using my sparkle pens through the first
gorgeous.
demo. So,
yeah, those sparkle pens on the show, always very, very busy. Right, any questions you've got about absolutely anything on the show, any of the demonstrations that you're going to see as we go through the next 2 hours, drop them into us over on social media, whether it's on Facebook, in the comments on the live feed on the Crafters TV page. That's where we're monitoring the conversation this afternoon. Or if you're on YouTube, you can definitely pop it into the comments there and we will pick it up. If you've got any of the lovely things that we have on the show already and you're crafting with them and you want to be so kind as to share some of your pictures with us, we would love that. You can do that by emailing us studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. So right, I'm going to hand you over to Debbie. I can't wait to see what you've got planned, especially when I heard they were going to be sparkly, Debbie.
I know, absolutely. Now, you're probably thinking at home, how are we going to use sparkle pens when they're a liquid ink through a stencil? It's just going to go all smudgy and horrible. But there is a way that we can turn every single sparkle pen into an ink pad. So I'm going to show you that. Into an ink pad,
wow.
Yes. So we're going to start off, we're going to use the Dahlia Delight. I absolutely love this one. Now, what I really like about these stencils is the fact that They've been very generous, the team. Not only are they giving you layer and stencils, so you can see we've got stencil 1 and 2 that go, so one, you use one, then do the other one. We've got a third background one. To me, this is just your bonus one. You can use this on anything you want to. Joe, you were saying about that being embossing, that pattern embossed. In fact, let me bring in a piece of card so we can see it a little bit better. But look at that pattern. That
Lovely,
is going to look so beautiful embossed.
It's a little bit Moroccan tile almost, isn't it?
It's very Moroccan, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely love that one. So what I am going to do is show you how we can use our sparkle pens. So I'm going to bring my little buddy bag up and we're going to grab a couple of pens out of here. So I'm going to just let's grab a green, pink and a blue, not a green at all, and pop them there. Now, with the sparkle pens, these are a liquid ink. If anyone's not seen them, did I get this right, Joe? Is it 24 pens we're getting free?
You're getting 24 pens, yes, for the price of 18.
24
It's a lot,
pens.
isn't it?
Yeah, so that is a lot, yes. No, there's 24 pens in a pack, is there not?
There are 6 in a pack and you get 4
6 in
packs.
a pack, right. So you're actually getting that whole pack for nothing. That's amazing. So what happens with these, there is a barrel here which the inks go into. So the inks are all kept in this chamber. You have got a push right on each side. We probably can't pick, oh there, just pick that up there. So you've got that push on both sides. So you use your finger and thumb and you gently squeeze. That will enable the ink to come into the barrel and then ink through. Now what I am going to do with this though, we don't do it very often, but I'm going to squeeze some of the ink down onto here. Now if you're colouring with this, you don't want to do that. It's just that I want to get some of this colour onto my mat because that would be too liquidy to go through my stencils. I'm
So
also going to do that.
would it just run under your stencil?
It would. It would just create a splodgy mess, to be honest, Joe.
No,
and
it's a
I'm going
splodgy mess
to
today.
we don't want a splodgy mess. And actually, splodgy messes are good for creating backgrounds if you choose the right colours. But through a stencil, there's no point in having a splodgy mess if you've got a pretty beautiful stencil that you want to put that ink through. So what I'm going to do is bring in some card, and I'm also going to bring in I've just got some vegetable glycerin. You can use any sort at all. Even if you want to use the cake one, there's a cake glycerin that you can use. It's all the same. And I'm just going to pop a little bit, it's probably a bit too much there, but on the side. The next thing I'm going to do is we're going to bring in Brenda, because Brenda is just going to have a little bit of a use. Now, what I like to do, if you haven't got the sprays, you can just do it without holding it down. But because I'm using more of a liquid ink, I like to just spray the backs with a little bit of Stick and Spray. So I know Stick and Spray was bought to HSN, so hopefully in America you've been able to get some.
Yeah, I think they can get it through some third-party retailers as well in the US. So I think some people were saying just last week that they were able to get it through a certain online retailer. So I hope you can grab hold of it. What could we use if it wasn't this, Debbie? Is there anything else out there that's readily available?
You just need, I mean, you could tape it down.
Okay.
So you could use your low tack tape just to tack the sides down, or you could just use any sort of tape to put it down, and it would do the same job. So what I'm going to use is number 1. Now on this one it actually says number 1, so very, very simple, and we're just going to place this over our design. There we go. So
you found your glasses, Debbie.
Oh, yeah,
I love these ones.
I didn't even say. Yes, these are my posh
These
new
are
ones.
very
Yes.
stylish compared to yesterday's. I mean,
I've got,
nothing wrong with yesterday's.
But yeah, my ones yesterday were my Poundland ones. Obviously, you can get reading glasses from any other place. So,
like Pound Stretcher and is there another one? I can't. The 99p store.
Yeah, they come from anywhere. So what we don't need to do is with this, we don't need to make this too wet.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do to start with is just dab it in some glycerin, and then just sort of almost dab that off. And then I'm going to just go into my ink, so we don't have too much, and again just dab it off to the side. And then what I'm going to do is go in, I've used the wrong one, sorry, I'm just going to pop that down, do exactly the same thing, but I'm going to use my blue.
Okey-doke. So if that will be fine now for a few minutes in your dauber, will it, the
that
other
would be
one?
absolutely
Yeah.
fine. This one, it will stay because we've got glycerin in it. It's keeping that moist, so that's
Cool.
not a problem at all. And if it does dry out a bit, you just put some more ink down.
Awesome.
So I'm just going to lightly. Can you see? I'm just dabbing and doing sort of circular motions.
It's covering well, isn't it?
It covers so well, Joe. And what's really beautiful is you still get that sparkle in there. So you've making yourself sparkle ink pads.
Oh,
I mean,
delicious.
that's very cool, isn't it?
That is pretty
just
cool.
Pop in that through, and then we're going to do the other one. Now, don't worry if you do get it a little bit wetter than you want it, because you might have a few splodges, but it really doesn't make that much difference if it spills out a little bit, because you've just got this beautiful design, and it's nothing that a bow or a sentiment won't hide anyway.
Wonderful.
So pop these on.
I need to let you know, a third of the stock of the Kaleidoscope stencils has now sold out and gone there. Going very, very quickly, these stencils.
Right, what I am going to do, Joe, is just grab now a green. So I want 2 different greens. Now, I've only got the colours that are in the collection, so we're going to use these ones here. And I'm going to do the same again. So just squirting a little onto the side. And I'm not putting a lot down, you can see, at a time, because I don't want to waste my ink. And I'm putting 2 different greens down there. And let me just grab a new one. So I'm just going into that same glycerin, and then we're gonna, I can't remember which one was the darker one. I think it was.
So where do you get
one.
the glycerin from? Is it like cake making shops?
You can get them from supermarkets. You can get them online. Yeah, anywhere, Joe. They're not. It's not a hard thing to get.
So where would you get it in the supermarket? Would it be like would it be with cough syrups and all that sort of stuff?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
That's you can get glycerin, and then there's glycerine, and they're exactly the same. They do the same things. So just again, tapping that into there. Yeah, it's a really easy product to get your hands on. I mean, let me know if you've used this technique before, because it is an amazing technique. You can use it with your aqua markers. You can even use it with your pencils, watercolour pencils.
Oh, wow. And it gets great
Sorry, Joe.
No, not a problem. The sparklings are so versatile as they are. Using them as an ink pad now just gives them an extra dimension, doesn't it?
Yeah, so much so. So I'm going to pull that away. But look, I mean, that's one layer. And it looks, sorry, I haven't got that very well in
love
line
that.
there. But looks really beautiful. So I'm just going to, so we don't get mess anywhere, put that on a piece of kitchen towel. And then we're going to go in with our second layer. So the second layer, we just line that up over the top. And
What's the drying time like when you use the glycerin, Debbie? Do you need to leave it for a long time? Would you ever force dry it?
Yeah, absolutely. You can definitely force dry it, and it will be absolutely fine. It doesn't take that long, to be honest, Joe.
Okay.
So just making sure, because I didn't have a piece of card that went perfectly to size for some reason. So I'm just trying to pop that in there. We've got that lined up. There we go. And then what I'm going to do is grab my darker blue. So I'm just going to pop that exactly where we had the lighter blue. And again, just finding that push on the side, putting a little bit there. And we don't need to dab any more of this in the glycerin, because we've already got plenty on there. And then what we're going to do is go in with this darker colour.
Wonderful.
Yeah, it's just a really nice technique to do, especially with the stencils. I mean, of course, use your ink pads, because that's what stencils are made for.
So I was just thinking that if you didn't have sparkle pens, you didn't want to do this with the glycerin, of all of our ink pads that we have, Debbie, can you use them all with our stencils, or is there any you would avoid?
No, none at all, Joe. You can use all of them with them, which is a great way to use any of the ink pads. I mean, everyone knows my favourite are the pigment inks.
Absolutely.
And the great thing with pigment inks, you can then heat emboss. So once you've done them through, take it off, apply your powder.
Could you heat emboss a stencil?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
shut the front door, that would look gorgeous.
I know, it would look amazing.
Yeah,
so lots you can do, and you're getting that glitter all the time, which is really beautiful. Right, so I'm just going to go in now with my darker one. Well, I did get them right. Look, I was thinking, I've got the wrong green, but I think I've done them right.
Loads of people saying hello already. Bonvi saying good morning. Julia saying nice to see you back, Debbie.
Aww.
Diane is letting us saying good morning, Joe and Debbie. It must be morning wherever Diane must be across in the States. I'd love to know what you're up to, what you're crafting today on this Monday. By the end of Monday, I'll get it right that we are on Monday. That looks great, Debbie.
Looks amazing, doesn't it? So we've literally got one more to do. Now, what's really great about, I mean, look how beautiful. Can we just appreciate that?
It's stunning, isn't it?
How is that a stencil?
And it's sparkly.
And it's sparkly,
Oh.
Yes. Let's give that a wiggle, look.
Ooh.
Can we pick, I don't know if we can pick it up there, but it is very, yeah, look on the leaf there.
Beautiful.
Oh, yes, well, that's all sparkly. It's amazing. So with this one, what you can do then is just go into the background. So I'm just going to place it. I don't even need to put it exactly on the edge. I'm just going to pop it where I want it. Now, because I've already got that pink in there, I'm just going to go through and just pop that into the background, and that is all that you have to do. They're just a really cool way of adding that extra bit. Can you see how that background is starting to take shape? Really beautiful, and I'm just finding a spot there so it doesn't look odd, and we'll just run the rest through.
Christine Mahoney says the glycerin is great, makes the ink spread more smoothly. I love it.
It does.
Hannah saying I bought some glycerin especially for this technique before and forgot why I had it. Thank you, Debbie. Amy saying it's beautiful, and Shannon saying it looks so pretty.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? And it's just, you know what, all these techniques have been around a long time, but we forget about them. So actually, what's great about shows like this is that we can bring them to you and give you all these different ways that we already know, but it just jogs the imagination again and think, oh yeah, I used to do that, I need to get that out again. So I've got a finished one that's already dried, and I've just matte and layered it on here, but I'm going to leave this to dry, and when we do, we've got some cut and emboss folders on later. I'm going to cut this using the cut and emboss.
Oh, lovely.
But for now, what we are going to do, Joe, is I'm just going to matte and layer this onto a card. And then we're just going to use, from the cut and emboss folder, I have the love that I've cut out, and we're just going to affix that to here to finish. So if you want to carry on, Joe, I will just stick my bits in place.
Yeah, no worries. I'm just going to share with everyone what you're getting in the Sparkle Ink collection whilst you stick your bits in place. This one here is the floral garden that you've got. And in the floral garden, you're going to get firefly, orchid, tangerine, pink lemonade, cotton candy, and barn red. We also have the nature trail, and the nature trail's got mushroom, watermelon, lilac, lichen, garden green, and the sunshine. The next one here is the coastal cottage, and that one's got linen, magnolia, peach tree, cornflower blue, sea spray, and pistachio. Did I do the springtime one? I didn't, did I? The springtime one has got pink champagne, moonlight, soft jade, solar red, emerald green, and the blue topaz as well. You get them all for £75 or $100. You're getting one pack totally free of charge when you get them there in that configuration, which is lovely. How are you getting on with your bits over there, Debbie?
You don't want to show me yet. I've actually glued my bee underneath.
Oh no!
Look, I was like,
right.
Where's my bee gone? And I've glued it underneath.
I'll do the paper. I'll do the cardstock, shall I? Sorry, I didn't mean to dob you in there, Debbie.
I know.
Right, we've got a lovely Centura Pearl cardstock collection for you on the show. You're going to get firstly the hint of silver, which is just beautiful. You can see they're really, really lovely. So you've got that one in there. You've then also got this one, which is the gorgeous blue that we've got here, which is really, really lovely. A great pop. It's wonderful, almost like a sort of, it's almost like the sea on a Greek holiday. That's what it reminds me of, that blue. It's really, really lovely. You've then got the deep purple, which is not far off of a kind of French navy. It's definitely the more purpley side of navy, but it is really lovely deep purple colour. So you've got that one in there. You're also going to get as well the canary, which is that gorgeous, gorgeous pop of yellow. So fresh, almost like a lemon sorbet colour there. Really nice, and all got that really lovely luxury pearl essence on there, because of course it is that Centura Pearl. And then you've also got the mint green, which is a lovely sort of muted, soft mint green colour. £11 to get these, or $16. Should be $14.95 or $22.45. Right, how are you getting on with your bits, Debbie?
Well, our bits are stuck.
Fabulous.
And here we go. So that's our finished card. We've just stuck that love on the front and it looks absolutely. Oh, we've gone the wrong way. I'm not going to move, but it looks beautiful, doesn't it? And just
Really lovely.
and that's just one of the stencils. There is so many in there. They look incredible.
And again, I think as well, you know, they are versatile, aren't they, stencils? The amount of things that you can do with them, as we discussed yesterday when we had stencils on the show.
Yeah, what they're also good for, Joe, is using on the inside of a card. So if you use a creator card die and you can see through it, having a stencil through the back looks really effective. Just so many uses that you've got.
And definitely think about getting your mousses, your pastes, your glitter paste, so all of those different things through there. Use them to emboss with. So much you can do. I know it's really busy on these, but I'm just going to remind you what you're getting included in this collection. Half the stock has gone now, and we're only, 25 minutes into this show. So you've got the Dahlia Delight, which is this one just here. Really, really beautiful. You've also got the Geometric Florals, which is this one just here. I love that, with that very, very cool sentiment on there. This one here is your Geometric Diamond, which gives you this, which is really, really beautiful. You've then got the Seamless Argyle. It feels a bit 80s, this one. I don't know why. Like a sort of a jumper, or I don't know what it reminds me of, but it's definitely got a bit of a sort of a more retro sort of, yeah, like a sort of golfing jumper almost, isn't it? This one here is your Spotty Dotty, as you can see. I really love that. Going to be great for younger little ones' birthday cards, I can see being made with that. You've got your Full of a Flutter, which is this one just here, those beautiful butterflies. You also have Sweet Love, which is this one here. Really love that finished sample that's been done with that. And then finally, I think this might be my favourite one, Debbie, you know, you've got the beautiful Regal Rose. That would look lovely with that faux enamelling that we talked about, that you said there about the heat embossing. £40 or $40 to get all of them. £23.92 is your saving in the UK, $23 in the US. The other thing is, if you want to, you can use, of course, your Club Inspired discount as well. Platinum members would get this for £32 or $32, which is amazing. Oh, Gloria the Glue Holder's got a competition, Debbie.
Oh.
Sandra. Sandra Dundas sent this in, a picture of her very own Gloria she's made.
Sandra and Gloria, I love that. Everyone's going to have Glorias around the world, aren't they?
They are. You'll be wishing you patented it in a few years' time. Julia sent us in a picture as well. Oh, that's a beautiful one. That's very similar actually to the one we got in the studio, isn't it?
Yes, it is. That is gorgeous. I love the colours on there. I've got a real thing for blues at the moment, Joe's, because I'm quite a pink girl. But I love how those blues in the background and then that beautiful dye. It's just, yeah, that's gorgeous.
Really, really beautiful. Right now, Wednesday, launch day, I'll be here. Have a guess who else will be here. See if you get a clue from this next video. Hi, I'm Joe from Crafters TV, and I'm here to show you how you can grab the best deals and shop whilst you watch during our shows. So the best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. Head on over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV. You can see all of our shows, offers, and even shop while you watch. Now if you want to get involved and comment along, head over to our Facebook page. Come say hello, ask us some questions, and lol with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even AirPlay directly onto your big screen. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easier to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day. All the details there. Lovely Leanne. Was that Leanne? Was it me? Oh, I thought you were meant to see. I was like, I'll be here. Guess who else might be here? And then it was me again. How strange was that? And then I was too busy gabbering to Johnny, my producer, to even realise. And then we came back and I thought, oh, that was a... Leanne's had her haircut is what I was thinking. We'll see Leanne a bit later, don't you worry about that. All the details there of how you can watch and shop at the same time. And watch and shop you are, because the Nature's Garden vintage Christmas collection. I'm a bit concerned. I know we didn't have a lot of stock, I know we didn't have a lot of stock, but I'm a bit concerned we might lose it again before we get to see it a little bit later. It is the mega bundle that you've got here. In here, you're getting that great big paper pad there, as you can see, and the paper pad is absolutely gorgeous. I think, in fact, the only way to get the paper pad at the minute is in this collection, so you'll want to get it in there. You're also going to get 2 cut and emboss folders in here, as well as stamps. You're going to get a stamp and die, and then you're going to get 6 lovely dies in here as well. 4 of them are sentiments, 2 of them are floral. You're getting your nesting frames, and you're going to get an edgeable die, and we're going to throw a poker tool in there for good measure as well. £92 or $105. As I said earlier, it did sell out in the earlier show. We managed to we've basically pinched a little bit of stock from our retail stores in order just to bring you back a little bit of stock, just because it sold out so quickly earlier. We thought it was going to last all week, and there was a lot of you, especially you guys in the US, that had missed out on it this morning, that were basically saying you'd love another chance to get it. A lot of the stock has already gone on the small amount of stock that we've managed to restock, if that makes sense. Right, I want to share with you something else that's on the show. We have, I mean, it's all thriller and no filler, this show, isn't it? We've got loads of great stuff available for you. So what we got now are some gorgeous cut and emboss folders on the show for you. Now, our embossing folders, I think that Crafter's Companion have really re-established embossing folders as being something that you can't live without in your crafty arsenal. Now, what we do is we combine that with our die cutting technology. So rather than sell you an embossing folder and then sell you a separate die, we just put it all into one. So you get so much extra value for your money when you get the two together. These are great as well, because if you're batch making cards, then all you really need to do is run this through, highlight it with a little bit of inking, and you've got a perfect project ready to go. So you're going to get congrats, you're going to get birthday, you're going to get thanks, you're also getting friend in here, there is home and love. So they're all really, really usable sentiments that we're going to use all the time, day in, day out. They should be $77.94 in the UK, down to £54, $62 from $89.94 in the US. So a really great saving. You can get them individually, but the best way, of course, to get the best value is, without a doubt, to get them all together in this configuration. Right, Debbie, I know you love this. Have you had a hand? It's like all your favourite things seem to be on the last couple of days since you arrived.
Do you know what's really funny, Joe? Is everything's my favourite.
Are you one of those? Everything's my favourite.
Genuinely, people know my love of Crafter's Companion, and they never fail me. Everything that comes out, I just absolutely love. Of course, there's things that I love more than others, but only just. And the double-sided dies for me are the biggest wow in the craft industry that we've had for such a long time, because they're double-sided dies. I can't sometimes get my head around that, because you're getting 2 dies in one pass, or 2 die cuts from one pass through them. They're just incredible. Now, what's really incredible about the cut and emboss folders, which I'm just going to quickly just put one through to show you, is not only is this an embossing folder, and we really do have to appreciate the technology that goes into these, because it's took 2 years of planning these, or trying to get the technology right. And if I show you these not only emboss, they cut as well. Now, you won't be able to see this too clearly. I didn't even plan this. I just wanted to see how this looked cut out. So this was the background that I've just done.
That is gorgeous.
Let me just bring this in. Isn't it just beautiful? And actually, I wish I'd kept that heart now, but I would cut a heart out again and have, just so you can see that love. Or, in fact, and I'm going to do it,
You know what you could do? You know what you could do, Debbie?
I just what? Because you might have a different plan. Yes, you could do that. Should we do that?
I'm coming over. Hold the line.
Let's do
hold
that.
the line. I'm on my way.
Let's hold the line. Thank you, Joe, very much.
So that's from our Centura
Look
Pearl
how
bundle that we got on the show.
This colour is. I mean, the turquoise. These colours are going to go beautifully with your sparkle background. So all I'm going to do is find my scissors. Oh, I love just going off piece. It's good, isn't it?
It really is. Loads of people chatting away still in the comments as well. Looking forward to trying that technique, says Susan. Creative Touches on YouTube says, can you use the glycerine with alcohol markers if you want to?
No, it doesn't work the same. Alcohol markers are very different. I'm just trying to find myself because, and I'll tell you why in a second, there's one just there. I'm going to actually add in my metal shim. Now, the reason I'm adding it in, because all I want is to emboss that. Well, I want a bit more of a really pushed down emboss. because I want to cut that heart out. So I am going to just add my shim, just gives another extra level to put through, but you don't need it. You only need your top and a bottom plate for your cut and emboss folders, but you'll see what I mean. When that comes out, that's going to give me that beautiful heart. Really well done. So let's turn this round.
That was the television equivalent of when you're walking along a corridor and then you go that way, they go that, and then you go that, and then they go that.
I need to get into sync with our director Daniel, don't I? So all I'm going to do, because that embossed line is so clear, I'm just going to cut this out. So just using your scissors, don't move. You can see I'm not moving my hand. I'm just guiding my paper around, and what that does is just make sure that I get a smoother line. So keep your scissors, cut gently, and just continue to feed that round. And if it's not perfect, it doesn't matter. And actually, if you've got just maybe a little nail file, or oh, you know what, Joe, I think we've got one on the show. We've got our distressing tool.
Yes, the edge crimper.
Yeah, if you go around the edges, you'll get a real smooth, a more smoother edge around there. But let's bring this back in. Pop that into place. Oh, Joe, look at that. Perfect. How amazing does that look? So use your stencils, use your I've got something else I'm going to do, Joe.
I love how excited you're getting today.
I know, it's great, isn't it? Because another buddy bag, look, can I just say, this has all my embossing powders in, and it has all my gilding waxes in. So what I am going to do, I think let's pick up on some gold. Because you've also got some embossing on the top here. So if I just lightly run my fingers over to like touch those, we can really start to pick up, and I'll show you afterwards. There's some beautiful string of hearts around there.
I hadn't noticed those.
Yeah, there's actually hearts, but because I've used pattern paper, they'll show up a bit more when we use different demos, but you've got I'm doing this really quickly so you can see.
That's lovely. Those gilding waxes are on the show as well if you want them.
Yeah, it's just beautiful. So I'm not going to do any more because I do want to show you another demo with them. But if I just turn that round and pop that into place, you'll be able to see those gorgeous hearts just shining in there. Yeah, really pretty. So that's just one of the things you can do. What I am going to do now is bring in my sparkle pens because we've got them on the show, but because you're getting a whole pack for free is amazing. So just, where did I adjust? There it is. Putting things all over the place, Joe. Pop them away. Actually, while we're talking about buddy bags, can I just bring in my other buddy bag?
Yeah.
Because I have a little bit of a tip for it.
Right.
So this buddy bag here, Joe, comes with a little tray. So this is the Teresa one.
It is indeed.
So look at all those glitters that I fitted in there. Now, I couldn't fit them in when I popped this in. So this little tray comes out of the Teresa one, but I wanted to get more glitters in them, and because I've got a strong case, I use this to keep all my foam rolls. That's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it? My foam rolls and my red liner tape.
Fabulous.
And it holds them because it's a really, that's such a secure little box. So I can keep both together because they wouldn't fit at the height in these. So you've got two lots of storage.
Oh, that's handy, getting a 2 for 1, which is brilliant.
Absolutely. A twofer, I like to call it, Joe.
Creative Touches on YouTube says, I purchased the bundle this morning. I'm glad to be known as Gloria the Glue Holder. I one day knew I would have a famous name. So fellow Gloria finally has got herself a famous namesake, which is absolutely lovely. Brenda saying how we got Brenda as well, just mentioned. Got Gloria and Brenda both in the comments. Absolutely love my Spectrum Noir sparkle pens. They are absolutely my favourite. It's so cool using the glycerin. Absolutely, there's loads that you're going to be able to use with them. Right, more sparkly. Is that what we're getting now,
Absolutely,
Debbie?
more sparkling. So what I'm going to show you is how we can use it just to create a really quick and easy background. So I've got my pot of water and I've got a piece of watercolour card. So what I am going to do is a bit of a wet on wet technique, and it just helps to really spread your colours. So first of all, I'm just going to apply some water to my card. Now, because it's watercolour card, it means that it will hold that water beautifully. So just making sure that's completely wet. And then what I'm going to do is just, again, I'm going to use my pens just on the glass mat. It's one of my favourite things to do, is just use the glass mat for everything that's messy. And then we're going to pick that up. Now, because we've already got some colour down, the colour here will wash beautifully and easily. I mean, that's one little bit of colour I've put there on the brush, and it just blends just amazingly well. And then I'm going to use my purple and come down from the, look at that. I mean, these rich colours are beautiful. Absolutely.
Really lovely. I'm always surprised as well,
Gorgeous.
even when they're onto a moist or wet background, or when you add water, the thing that gets me with them is that they still have so much shimmer or sparkle.
Yes,
Shimmer and sparkle.
sparkle.
I went a bit Dutch there, didn't I? They've got so much sparkle in them still, even when you water them back. Because I've seen other products out there that, you know, they're all right sparkly, and then as soon as you try and do something to them, they just seem to, you know, not still pack a punch. But these ones really do, don't they?
Yeah, and what you will find, once they're dry, the sparkle becomes more intense. So I'm just drying this off a little bit. And what you can also do with sparkle pens, because they are water-based, you can do all your watercolour techniques with them. So if you want to faux bleach, now that's a really nice way to get just a gorgeous colour in. And if I just sort of, you can just see the glitter in there. It's beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. But if I was just to flick some water, so I'm just using my fingers, you can see, especially on the purple, because it's so dark, it's a darker colour, it's really started to activate. And what the water does, it really just absorbs all the colour that's coming up. And then if I just grab a piece of kitchen towel, that will become really intense there and take up all of that colour. I mean, it just looks absolutely stunning. So I'm going to bring in, I've got another piece here. I haven't done any, and in fact you can still do that. So you can see this is exactly the same, but I didn't do the watermarks. But if I wanted to do it afterwards, Joe, you can still do it, because as soon as water goes onto here, it will start to activate. It will just take a little bit longer because it's dry, so you have to wait for that water to get inside those colour particles and lift it up.
So if you wanted a more subtle bleaching, you could do it, and then in fact I guess it would be better to dry it first and then do it if you wanted it to be really subtle.
Yeah, well, you still get quite, I mean, it is more subtle. So if I bring this one in, you can see, because it wasn't so, because it was damp, it took a lot of the colour out, but actually it just depends what you want. I like both of those. They look really effective. So I don't think it matters. I don't think there are any rights or wrongs. You're just going to love playing with them and creating all the backgrounds. And your glass mat, if you haven't got a glass mat, you need to get one, especially with the sparkle pens, because they just clean up beautifully. So I've got my dry one. I'm now going to use, there we go, my thanks folder. So with cut and emboss folders, they work a little bit different. You may have seen Sarah this morning using the Christmas, I can't think what it's called now, it's gone out of my head. Vintage Christmas cut and emboss folders. With normal embossing folders, you use it the way where the sentiment tells you, but on these ones, you always make sure that your cutting lines are going into the card where you want them. I mean, it makes sense anyway. So I'm just going to pop this in between my folder, making sure that's straight, and that gives me my cutting line there. I'm then just going to take my folder, I don't need my metal shim, so all I'm doing is sandwiching that between two cutting plates, and you'll see that I'm actually using the Gemini Junior plates, but with the Big Gemini. So because the Big Gemini was already here, it's just made sense to just use the smaller folders with it, which is a great use of them if that's what you've got to hand. Now I'm going to turn this over and take this out. Oh, it's actually come out. I didn't think it would, so we will do it the other way then and see. What I'm trying to do, sorry, I'm not even speaking, and it's so.
That's right. I'm mesmerised as well. I mean, you've lost me. I'm
well,
just like.
What I want to do, Joe, I wanted that to come off, but because it's painted, it's going to stay in there.
Right.
Oh no, it is. That's fine. Now, no, what it is, and it will come clear, sorry, I'm waffling and not making any sense.
We love it when you waffle,
I want to keep these letters in.
Right, okay.
So I'm just popping them back in because I just want to show you a really simple way of then using those letters. So I'm going to bring
Are you
in...
saying that the dye is too effective for this technique?
So what I am going to do is I'm using a piece of masking tape and I'm just going to pop that across the letters there. Onto there. So then when I push the letters out, I'm keeping them all in a straight line.
Ah, this is a great tip. I've
Yes.
never seen this done before.
Yeah, so it's just because it stays in there, because they're lovely big letters. So just take that little bit of time just to keep those on that tape. I mean, you don't need to do it, but it just keeps them completely straight so you know where they're at. And then you can save them for another card.
Of course.
So just popping that off there. There we go. And then they should just pop out of there. Hang on. We will get there.
And that's just low tack tape, our standard low tack tape,
Yeah,
is it?
just low tack tape. What I did do with this bit, because sometimes it can be quite sticky, the low tack tape, I just put it across my shirt really. And we've just got that little bit caught on the end.
Debbie Klimke says, just simply, I'm delighted to be here in the comments.
There we go.
We're delighted that you're here as well, Debbie. We really are. Deborah Spencer as well says, hello again from Texas, rolling around and listening on my phone in the car.
Oh, how lovely. That's amazing. So I'm going to try, there we go. Let's get these bits together. So what I have got is a piece of gold card. So this bit can go on any card then that you do. All you need to do is glue the back of it and let's bring in this gold card and then you stick it on and you've got it in the perfect place wherever you want it. So always keep these bits. Don't throw those away.
That's a really good top tip, that, Debbie.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just a really good way of reusing them because that is a beautiful word in its own. And if you want to do it with the loved one, also do that with cutting out the heart. You can cut out the heart as well. So what am I looking for, Joe? I'm looking for glue.
Wonderful. Where's Gloria? No Gloria today.
Oh, it is good. Well, it's just Gloria's got the fine tip.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
need.
Sorry.
Actually, we will bring Gloria out because we can go round the words, and that's very fine, isn't it?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Loads
Gloria's
of you,
fine tipped.
Susan saying that she loves the pink and the purple together. Absolutely beautiful. Tina saying she loves the sparkle pens. Mitch saying great tip with the cut and emboss letters. And Jules says what a great idea. You're almost getting a 2-for-1 there with that technique.
Totally.
Catherine saying she loves the Nature's Garden Vintage Christmas. It's warm today already in SoCal, but this collection makes me feel like putting the Christmas tree up. Oh, I think it might be a little bit early.
No, do it. Do it.
Shannon says she's loving the inspiration that she gets from these shows. So thank you, Joe and Debbie. Angie saying she's going to give that glycerine technique a go. And Dances with Pam says the colours on that Centura are amazing. Absolutely, they are. All available for you, that 5-pack of Centura across there on the website. I wouldn't have thought of putting pink and purple with gold. I'm going to be honest with you, Debbie.
Oh,
but
really?
It looks spectacular.
Oh, no, it's very posh. We thought we'd go very posh today. So just dabbing that down. I don't want to spread the glue, although I'm using tacky glue. So even if I got a bit on that gold mirror card, it's not going to make too much difference. And then what I'm going to do, Joe, is just bring in our gold gilding wax again. So because we've used the gold, bring in my buddy bag. Honestly, if you haven't gone for the buddy bags,
well,
you'll find...
How long have you had Tiffany stuff for?
Oh, since we've had them.
Okay.
So since we've had them, since Tiffany came across to Crafters
Really?
Companion.
Yeah.
So
loads of people have really organised themselves here. I did say I need to make an amendment. If this was like a newspaper, I'd be printing an amendment. I did say that there was a Totally Tiffany Creative Cravings on this Wednesday. I got it wrong. It's 2 weeks on Wednesday. It is on the 26th, is it? 26th of August. So make sure you join us for that then. Is Tiffany going to be joining us? Oh, hopefully we're going to have Tiffany with us live on Skype in the studio as well, which would be fantastic. So make sure you join us for that. I think it's me and Leanne doing that one off the top of my head. So that's going to be fun. Getting totally Tiffany'd.
I'm very jealous, Joe. I'm very jealous. I would love to do that show. I love everything Totally Tiffany. It's amazing. And a lot of people think of Totally Tiffany, I've always thought of it in America as for scrapbooking.
Yeah.
But actually, they are brilliant. If you've got they do a scrap rack. And actually it's perfect for if you want to plan your projects out, because you put all your collections that you've got all in one place, so you get to do them.
Yeah,
so
we
all
have
I've got
that.
here, Joe, I'm just going to bring the finished one in, and I've just added a little bow, adding that gilding wax, but look how stunningly beautiful. If I turn that round to the camera, we can then see that.
I don't know what it reminds me of, like a antique train or something. I'm expecting it to be sat on like a mahogany sideboard or something, Debbie. It looks very regal.
It really, and look at that glitter in the background. Oh, it's just sublime.
Really
Love
is sublime.
that.
Very busy on those cut and emboss folders. What shall I show you first? Do you want to see the sparkle pens again, or do you want to see the cut and emboss folders? Cut and emboss folders. Here we are. So the cut and emboss folders, you've got Classic Love here. So the love's in there. You're going to get that one. You're also going to get the congrats in there as well. This one is your birthday. That's going to come in there. You've got thanks, friend. You've also got home in there as well, and then back around to love. £54 or $62 if you want to get your hands on all of those, which is really a fantastic price. Remember, the sparkle pens are available as well. They are on the show. You're buying 3, but we're sending you 4, which is really brilliant. So you've got the spring summer, which has got the pink champagne, the solar red, the moonlight, the emerald green, the soft jade, and the blue topaz. You're also getting then the floral garden, which has firefly, orchid, tangerine, pink lemonade, barn red, and the cotton candy as well. This is your nature trail, which has got mushroom, lilac, garden green, watermelon, lichen, and sunshine. Love the way it picks up that sparkle there as well. And then finally, the coastal cottage, linen, peach tree, sea spray, magnolia, cornflower blue, and the pistachio there as well, which is brilliant. £75 or $100 to get all of those. You can, of course, use your Club Inspire discount. Platinum members would get £15 off of that, or $20, which is brilliant. Right, I need to remind you again about the Vintage Christmas. It did sell out this morning in the exclusive launch show. We have basically begged our retail stores to give us a tiny bit of stock, and they've given us some stock. They had plenty of stock going that way, so they've given us a bit, not as much as we would have liked though, however. So we do have it. I don't know how much longer it's going to stay in stock for. Not very long would be my guess. You are going to get the paper pad in here. You're getting the cut and emboss dies in here. You're getting the stamp and die. You're also going to get the stamps, and then all of those gorgeous dies which make up this collection, along with the Poké Tool. £92 is your price in the UK, $105 if you're in the US. You'll save almost an extra £20 off of that if you're a Club Inspire Platinum member, and just over $20 if you're a Club Inspire Platinum member in the US as well. Let's just take a moment to share with you some of the great things you're going to be making with this brand new collection. All the details there, of course, of all the things you can do with that beautiful collection. It really is gorgeous. I know a lot of it has gone already. A lot of you snapped it up as soon as it's come back. Definitely grab it if you want it. A lot of you missed out on it, which was why we really did our best to bring you a small amount of stock, which we have managed to do. Right, there's loads to come in this show. If you've got any of the products in this show, I would love for you to send us some pictures. We love it when you do that. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. Any questions that you've got as well, then absolutely get them into us over on Facebook, on the Crafters TV Facebook page, or on our YouTube channel as well. If you're watching there, wherever you're watching, you're going to be able to comment along, which is fantastic. And I can see Debbie, oh my, she really loves this paper pad. She was looking at it for the show and going, I just can't believe it. But Joe, it's just so different. And it even feels different. It looks different. I think it even smells it. It's amazing. Have I never seen this? Honestly, she really loves it, don't you, Debbie? Maybe a new favourite.
You know what? Yeah, it's my new favourite. Do you know what, Joe? I know it's crazy, but honestly, I'm not surprised this has been flying out. I've only just seen this today. I've just got my hands on it. It's It's amazing. Let me just quickly flick through this paper pad for you, because it really is. I said to Joe, this even feels luxurious. It has, you'll know, all you expert paper crafters out there will know what a good paper pad is. And this is so luxurious. It's double-sided. You have so many sheets in here. There are beautiful elements in here. Sarah was saying earlier that the designer that done them so all these different elements can be used. If you just want to frame this small little verse here, if you just want to take Santa out here, there is so many cuttable, beautiful elements. This page here actually reminds me a little bit of Alice in Wonderland. It's got that sort of tea party sort of feel to it. It looks incredible. And I just have to show you my favourite. I was flicking through and is it this? No, not that one. There's this really lovely, look at this Santa here. I mean, he is just the most jolliest. I just love that. Now that's vintage Christmas wrapped up in this collection, and I'm not surprised you are loving it. So to start with, what I'm going to do is make a really quick, simple box using our scoreboard. I've just cut my card to 8 inches by size. So on the scoreboard, I'm going to score at 1 inch on each side. So just rotating and scoring, rotate and score. I always like to go in twice just so we're getting a really good crease, and what we're actually doing is just helping the particles in the actual card along the way. So I'm just doing this, or I like to do one piece at a time so I know which bit is the lid, which bit is the box base, but it really doesn't matter because when it's popped together it'll be fine. Now I also turn my board round, because then I go from the same side and then it's just easier then to score down. So I'm just going on the opposite side of the board. So, and it actually says, so on the corner here, sorry, I keep going over to the left, which is really bad of me, but it actually states box base on this side, and then you've got box lid on this side. So you can't go wrong on where you're scoring. So as long as your card is cut to identical pieces, you just score on one side of the board and then the other side.
And loads of love for this.
Done.
Loads of love for this collection, Debbie. Sheila saying, I love everything. Mitch saying, so glad I bought it before it sells out again. Dances with Pam says it's a gorgeous collection, as does Debbie. What a beautiful collection, she goes on to say. It really is gorgeous. I think it's kind of, it's like a bit sort of, it's vintage, definitely vintage as it says on the tin, but it's always got like a bit of sort of a French feel to it. I don't know, like almost distressed, isn't it?
It is. I know what you mean. Yes, I'm totally with you on that one, Joe. And it's just so rich. It's got a really rich, warm, loving sort of Christmas wrapped up into that gorgeous cut. All the real traditional things of Christmas.
Really, really great. Very, very busy. Again, already we have a smaller amount of stock, way smaller amount of stock than we did have earlier today, but already you guys are depleting it very, very quickly. Sheila goes on to say she's been crafting Crafters companion products for many years. I know so many of you out there, you guys are super fans and craft with nothing else. We hear that a lot, Debbie, don't we? That people only choose to craft with Crafters companion products these days.
You know what? We're very lucky. We have die-hard Crafters Companion fans out there, and we couldn't do it without you. You're amazing, and your support that you have for every one of us on the team is truly incredible, and we love you all, and it's what keeps us going, it's what keeps us inspired, as well as having all these gorgeous products coming out. And I have to say, Joe, and I always think, how can they keep bringing out better things? There's got to be a time where nothing better comes out because we've done everything.
Well, I hope that's not the case.
But it's never been the case. That's the thing. And it's because at Crafters Companion, we have, honestly, the most amazing design team. The thought and process that they put into all the mechanisms and how everything works and how things go together and what works with past ranges as well. It astounds me every single time. And my enthusiasm is because of the joy I get when I anything drops through the letterbox, the same as you guys at home, you just want to have everything. Unfortunately, we can't have everything, but it doesn't stop us wanting it all because it's amazing. So the vintage Christmas, all I'm doing is making a simple gift box, and then we'll get on to the good stuff. So that's our box done. We'll pop our lid on there. Now what I have got is a topper. I've just stuck mine onto a bit of card so you can see it here. So I've got my Santa, and I've just cut this out of a bit of the pad, and I've just got some matte layering to go round the corner. What I've also done is cut out some gold mirror card, and I've used this gorgeous frame. So this is the Yuletide frame. Now Sarah said this morning you will never need another Christmas frame when you have this one, and she's right, because there's so many dies on here. So this main die we're going to cut out from our base card, and then we've got all these mats and layers. So what these are great for is being able to cut out all these toppers. Well, they're not toppers, these are part of the paper pad, so you can actually cut around them and cut pieces out, and then use your matte and layering to actually, so everything is going to go well together. So
we were
what we're
talking
going to
yesterday,
do,
weren't we, Debbie, about traditional decoupage, remember?
Yes.
You could do that with these if you wanted to.
Yeah,
you could cut
totally.
these out and use a bit of sealant and pop them onto some boxes, some little MDF boxes or something like that, to create some little decorations, or some little, reusable gift boxes or something.
I mean, really, you could just do so much with this collection. I think it's one of those things, once you start playing, you just won't stop. You'll think of so many other things to go on. And what's really nice about it, Joe, is you can make all different projects. So you could do, say, a gift box, a gift bag, a card, and maybe a gift, did I say a gift tag? And maybe even a decoration, all out of the same pad and the die cuts. But then you could also, I mean, look how beautiful that die is. I'm just giving it a wiggle because it's all got little precious bits in there, and just using my tool to take all those bits out.
Cindy Sue has commented, and she never lets us down in the comments, Debbie. She always is a little ray of sunshine in the comments. Cindy Sue says, "Eek, shut the front door, shut the back door, just slap the milkman on the bottom, was able to order the full Christmas kit. Thank you, CC Design team, for all of your creativity." Cindy Sue, you are more than welcome, always.
That's brilliant. I'm so, so pleased. So what I've got now is look at the richness in this. I mean, the colours on this pad are absolutely incredible. These beautiful holly leaves, everything's done in those rich golds, in that real, it adds almost a little bit of a mystery as well. So I'm going to bring in my box. I'm then just going to bring in all my side panels. Now you can see these panels I've done here, these are all from one sheet of the 12 by 12, so just one sheet. But they're all
plenty,
different.
apparently. That's an advert.
That's an advert. Yeah, I was
There's
just
a Spanish
thinking
guy, and
that,
he's like, Juan Sheet. That's his name, I think, isn't it? I wonder if there is someone actually called Juan Sheet.
Well, probably. It's probably not spelt one sheet.
No.
It's probably something like Wajid. Wanji. Wanji.
Oh dear, I don't know what's happened. We were an hour in, Debbie, and the wheels are falling off.
Oh dear. At least it's all fun, isn't it?
It is always loads of fun. Mitch Merry saying, "I've been crafting with Crafts Companion for a whole year today."
Oh, do you know what?
Congratulations.
Tell
Happy
us,
anniversary.
yeah, that's amazing, Joe. So let us know how long you have been crafting with
Yeah, that would be
Crafters
great.
Companion.
Katie Wilson says, the gorgeous papers. Eleanor's saying, my first product from Crafts Companion was the Ultimate Pro. I just love it.
Mine too.
Was it yours as
yeah,
well?
that was mine.
I just love it. I've learned a lot from it, especially making boxes and envelopes. It's great to make for your different cards. Someone on her craft house the other week had a wooden one.
Yes, the
old
first
wooden
one.
Yeah.
Oh, I would love to get hold of one of those.
She had two, actually.
Wow.
One was her mother's.
Ooh.
Madge says, just joining, I'm seeing this really beautiful collection. It is a real Christmas knockout, isn't it? Just, do you know what me and Sarah were saying earlier as well, dear? And I don't know if you agree, that it would go alongside, if you had this and like the Nativity collection, would be all of your Christmas done, because the Nativity is traditional, isn't it? It's a very modern take on it. And then you've got this, which is like vintage traditional as well.
Yeah.
Would probably cover most of your cards, I'm guessing.
Absolutely. And actually, it really just depends on what you think of as your traditional Christmas, because for a lot of people Santa Claus is very
would be mine actually.
Yeah, absolutely. And then for me, and I don't even think you need to be religious, but if you are, it's great. But the nativity really is the essence of Christmas. It really is that main. So yeah, you're right. I think those two collections, your Christmas is sorted for years to come. I mean, look how absolutely gorgeous that die is. You've got all this beautiful holly going on. Oh, it's beautiful. So, and then I'm going to use my mats and layers just to finish off the box. And what I've also used, Joe, is there is a poinsettia in this collection. And I've just cut out a few flowers to show it.
So, those flower dies in here, great for your paper flowers. Also wonderful for your foam as well, Debbie, if you wanted to use them there too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, be amazing. But look how well, I mean, this is a gorgeous frame. I really wish, you know the die we were selling yesterday, which was the one in the not the butterfly, the one in the lily collection.
Yes, the ornate frame.
That ornate frame. I wish they'd done dies to go inside that as well.
Oh, that would be good, wouldn't it?
Oh, Leanne, if you're watching, let's have an everyday. We need an everyday die.
You'll see her in the changeover tomorrow, so maybe you can let her know.
Yeah, we need one like this.
She takes all our requests.
Gorgeous. So what I am doing now is I'm using my 3D glue gel. So I think in the collection of glues that we got, you do get the syringe with it as well.
You do get all the tools,
You get
indeed.
a little top on here, and I will show you another little tip when you're using them as well. But these are a great tool to use and just to have at hand.
So you get the glue with the tools, you also get the low-tack tape and the red liner tape as well. So it's really a lovely little adhesive collection.
Yeah.
And you're saving 30% on that, which is wonderful.
Amazing. So I've just cut some of the leaves out and we've just done them in the gorgeous glitter card. So I'm just popping these holly leaves in just to finish it off.
Really looking lovely. Love the colours that you've selected there. What would be going in your box, Debbie?
I think it has to be chocolates.
Chocolates, of course.
It's always chocolates.
I went to the coast on Friday, a place called Tynemouth, which is just near here, and there was a chocolateria that I went in to get this skinny cappuccino, and there was all of these chocolate truffles everywhere. I was literally visibly salivating. They would have gone perfectly in that box.
Right, so just going back then, Joe, to my top tip, and you've now made my mouth water now. When you finish doing your glue, can you see where the glue is up there? Just posh a little bit. Can you see that little top bit come out?
Can see that
and
there.
then pop your lid on. So just make sure it goes in and then your lid. Now, I don't need to do that now because I'm probably going to be using it more through the show. But what will happen, if it starts to dry, that will act as a plug. And you can just pull it out, and then your glue's nice and fresh.
Have you seen the video of Craig with Andy Love on Create and Craft, which is quite a funny one? I can't remember, Johnny. What was it? Was it glue or was it something else? Was it? It was like some pearl drops or something like these sort of stone drop things.
It.
So he was shaking it, and it wouldn't. He opened it and it wouldn't open. So as he opened it, he squeezed it and it literally shot across, went all up Andy's lovely new shirt. So yeah, you'll avoid that happening if you use that top tip there. That is a beautiful, beautiful box, Debbie, that you've created.
It's amazing, isn't it? And that's doing a gift. But you could do then a card to go in the box. You could give a gift tag onto your present. Sarah this morning made this beautiful gift bag out of one sheet of the 12 by 12 papers, so that's incredible. You can go all hog if I bring in this one. Look how gorgeous this is. All these little boxes on top, being able to create just a really, really pretty design. I mean, look at all them papers, the cut and emboss folders on them. I just love this collection, and I'm not surprised you do too.
Yeah, really gorgeous. Very, very busy on the smaller amount, much smaller amount of stock that we have back. It's really, really busy there. Talking about very, very busy, I'm afraid the Kaleidoscope stencils, if you manage to get them, totally sold out and gone. That was Debbie just cleaning her die up. Don't worry, she's fine. Totally sold out and gone. Kaleidoscope stencils, if you've got them, congratulations. They are sold out. Well done for getting those. Very busy on the Christmas collection there as well. Now, double-sided dies is where we're going next. I know Debbie will be overjoyed that we're getting to have a little look at these. Let me just firstly share a few messages with you. People that are letting us know how long they've been crafting with hers. Sonia, snooze you lose your old Sonia in Louisiana, says, I've been crafting since February 5th of this year and loving all the quality products and all the great people. You're too kind, Sonia. Creative Touches, this is a question for you, Debbie. Is the top of the box scored at 1 inch like the bottom?
The top of the box?
Is the top of the box scored at 1 inch like the bottom?
Yes.
Wonderful.
But on a different side of the board.
On the other side of the board.
Yes, so if I just bring this up, you always score your box base, your box lid on one side, and then you score from the other side going up. So, two different sides of the board. And what it is, Joe, there's just a really fraction of an increment, which makes the base slightly smaller than the lid, so it fits together.
Wonderful. Sandra says, my first CC product was some of the CD sets, the Flowers and Oriental sets. They were for my 50th birthday, so I know it was 13 years ago now. Wow. Diane saying it was 1 year for me with CC in July. I love this company and their amazing products. Anne in Connecticut says my first CC product was the Junior. It was a Today's Special on HSN and I thought this looks fun, and so the madness began. Well, it's lovely to have you along for the ride, Anne. Right, I need to share with you these double-sided window dies. They were so popular. We only launched them very recently here with Launch Day on Crafters TV, and they've been so popular since then. What I love about them is that they're very I don't know, there's not really anything like them out there on the market because of course the technology. This is the cherry blossom window that you've got just here. You've also got the lily window as well. I love that this has been done here in those gorgeous pinks and whites. It really is fantastic. They're very versatile, very easy to give these because they're not sort of gender specific. They are not occasion specific in any way as well, which is fantastic. That there is what that one is going to look like. That is your peony, that one, I believe. This one here is your rose, which is just beautiful. And you can see there, that is the kind of thing you're making. Very, very striking, the rose. This one here is your tulip window, as you can see, which is beautiful. It makes that gorgeous, gorgeous effect. I love that you can do them true to nature, or you can, of course, make them very, very abstract. It's completely up to you what you want to do. This one here is your water lily window, and that makes that beautiful creation just there. The great thing about these, I think, as well, is that you get so much open space in them that you can really play around, whether it's your wash backgrounds like Debbie did earlier, whether you're playing around with your different card textures behind them. There's loads of options for you, which means you're going to get loads of different looks, feels and effects. £105 or $115 if you want to grab them. You can, of course, use your Club Inspired discount as well. Platinum members get over we get £21 off of that. Club Inspired Platinum members in the US, you get $23 off of that price there as well. I'm right in thinking, though, Debbie, that, of course, nowhere else has these. The only place you can get these double-sided dies is with us, isn't it? Which means that you're kind of in, like, quite a special elite club when you make your double-sided purchase.
I love that explanation, Joe. You're in an elite club. You absolutely are. You will never, ever, ever, ever find double-sided dies anywhere in the whole world apart from with Crafters Companion. And I mean, obviously, remember we are in trade as well, so other stores might sell them, but they are still under Crafters Companion name because we have patented them, which is just so exciting. Now, what you will find with a double-sided die, they're not as expensive as buying two dies, but they are cheaper than buying two. They are cheaper than buying two dies, but not as expensive. Just having the one die in the same, so you're paying that little bit extra. I'm probably not explaining that very well. You're paying that little bit extra,
value, aren't you?
but you're getting double. Yeah, I mean, you're getting amazing value. So you have one side. Turn it over, you have another side. So to be able to have these layering dies, and I'm just going to go straight in to show you with a really quick and easy demo. I've just got some pink cardstock, I've got some nice gold mirror card. We're going to pop that on the top. We're going to pop our double-sided plates. Now, the double-sided plates are the only ever addition that you need to have the double-sided dies to be able to work them. So what I am going to do is just pop them through our Gemini machine. So as they run through, oh, it didn't like that. Oh, I tell you why. I have got too many shims in. Let me take that one out.
You got all the shims in.
Too many shims in. So just try again. We should be better that way.
I guess it's good that it doesn't take it, good that it spits it out rather than damage your machine.
You know what's funny, Joe, is we actually, all of us crafters love it when it does that, because it proves to you that the machine is very clever. The Gemini knows exactly what it wants to take, exactly what it wants to do. It's an amazing machine. But what has happened is it's moved, but it doesn't matter. I've got another one, so I can just take all those bits out. But what I'll do is just bring this one in as that one's moved. Take this one off, and we're just, now these are really delicate, you can see just lots of little pieces that are coming out because we've actually got an overlay. So just taking out all those bits there, and you will see the beautiful outline die. Let me just bring in the one here, exactly this. I think I've used a different, what's happened there? I think I've used a different die.
That's all right.
No, it is the same. What happened there? That's a bit strange.
Have you cut them the other way around? Have you cut the colour? Have you mixed the colours over from front and back? Is that what's happened? Have you cut the back out the front and the front out the back?
No. You know what I've done? Which is, I don't know how it's done it, which is probably why it didn't take it. If I bring that one back in, they're both identical.
So you cut them both from the same side?
So I've cut both on the same side. How did I do that? Wow.
You can watch it back later and work it out, Debbie.
Right, okay, so I've completely flummoxed myself, but what you would have done is use both sides, not just one. That's the whole point of a double-sided die. And you would have got this one here. No, you wouldn't. This one here. I don't know what I've done.
Have you got a different die to the one we've got?
Well, do you know what it is?
Is it like a special, some sort of special one?
It shouldn't be. I tell you, I don't get a lot of packaging, so I always
That's
just
what I'm thinking. Have you got like a development sample or something?
Dies. Yeah, maybe I have. Well, I'm sure this is one of ours. This is definitely one. Have a look, Joe, for me.
Right,
These two look lovely. Please tell me it's one that we've got.
So I think it's the tulip, isn't it?
It is the tulip. Yeah, it's the tulip.
Do you want to see
and it
my
has
one?
Cut out of the right side. So anyway, you can see that it goes together beautifully when you get it right.
We'll just edit this
Yeah,
out
take that bit out.
It's fine.
You
We're
didn't
not
see that.
Well, we are. Oh, we are live. I'm hearing.
Oh, we are live, are we? Oh, we can't do that then. So anyway, what I'm going to do, let's bring in Brenda. I'm not even sure what I've done there. So, and I do have the testing dies, which not always is a good thing to use when I haven't tried them.
Most genius creations in craft are happy accidents, I think, Debbie. So maybe you've stumbled upon something here.
You never know. Yeah, maybe I had. I need to. But I made that at home. So it is something I've done that's probably very simple. And you'll probably see what I've done at home. They're very eagle-eyed, aren't they, Joe, at home?
Always, yes. Nothing gets past our Crafters TV viewers. I'm sure people will let us know in the comments exactly what you've done any minute now.
So what I would say, my biggest tip on these is match the frame up. Don't even look at the middle.
Okay.
Because the frame, if that's exact size, will just fall, can you see, perfectly in the centre. So, and then what I do like to do, Joe, we have a burnishing tool, this one, and I do like to just go over the top with it, and it just makes sure that's all stuck down. And then popped on here. Do you know what would be nice? I don't even know if we've got any left. Have we got any of the kaleidoscope stencils left?
No, gone.
You know what? The stencil behind this would have looked amazing. Yeah, absolutely really amazing. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring in Gloria, put some glue down just a little bit. We don't need to put all this down perfect. We could just use our red glue, but I'm just going to, for quickness,
I guess a lot like the stained glass window dies that we bought yesterday, Debbie.
They're very much like that, but they layer up, which is really pretty.
And I guess these are going to give you lots of options. Again, lots of different techniques that you can do in all of that open space you have.
Yeah, so much. In fact, have we got time for another demo?
Oh, Johnny's been cracking the whip with the time. He had his stopwatch out last week. Was it? I forget who I was with. It was with Leanne. But honestly, he was telling her off. He nearly ended up in the law court of Leanne. We've got plenty of time, is what I'm hearing, Debbie.
Oh, brilliant, because I'm going to do just that. So I'm just popping a little sentiment behind there, live your dream. And there's our first just really quick and simple card, which looks really effective. But what I am going to show you, Joe, is exactly what you just said, is using the the colour in the background, oh sorry, the white space in the background. So let's pop that to the side and just bring in all my bits here. So I've just got some card which I've already matte and layered, and the bits that I've cut. So I've just put together just a bit of a card, and we've just matte and layered some card on the top. So this one is so stunning. I don't even know which one this is either, Joe. Perhaps you can work it out. I think it's the roses.
I think it's the peony, isn't it? Or is it the rose? I'm going to have a little look. I
think you're right. I think it's the peony.
Peony, yes, I believe it is the peony.
Yes. So I'm going to use, so this cardstock comes from, do we have the Sarah's signature on the show? The Garden of Love.
Oh,
paper pack.
We do have the Garden of Love. We have the, let me just check. So we've got the Garden of Love, we've got the luxury glitter, the vellum, the linen card, and the matte mirror card on the show.
Well, this is the linen card from there.
Wonderful.
Yes, so we're using that out of the pack because these are really beautiful, subtle colours. So just popping these on, and they're really good colours to get because you've got that green in there as well, and you've got those really gorgeous sort of muted tones which just work for everything. They're amazing.
Wonderful.
So just popping these ones through. That cracking is absolutely fine because obviously they're double-sided dies, and if I show you my plates you'll be able to see that they stay completely flat. So
nice.
They're really, really strong, these are, to take the both sides of the double-sided dies. And what I do recommend is if they when you've used these loads, Joe, and you can use all sides, you can actually just get a little bit of sandpaper, because what happens, all the fibres, and it's almost like sawdust, gets stuck in all the little grooves. Just get some sandpaper, sand them down, and they're good to go again.
Oh, wonderful. If you want them, the junior ones are on the bottom of your screen there at the moment, so you can grab those 10.39 or 13.56 if you want to get those ones. The big ones are also there on the show as well. You're very aggressive with those today, Debbie.
I'm terrible, aren't I? And Leanne will tell me off, but
really
I am a bit of a basher.
Are you?
I am, yeah. I do like to give them a little tap. I should say I'm a tapper, not a basher.
Tapper.
Yeah, I'm a tapper.
Tapper sounds much more gentle.
Yes, tapper sounds much lovelier. I never lie.
Loads of people letting me know what their first orders were. Sarah Brown says Annabelle Spenceley stamps were the first thing she ever got from us here at Crafters Companion. Creative Touches says these are so beautiful, these double-sided dies. Elgar says she's renaming her glue to Gloria too, so there you are.
I love it. We have a world of Glorias.
We do.
We've definitely started a new thing. Do we have a world of Brendas yet?
I think people are making, well, Sarah did say with every large order you get a free Brenda. Because you can just chop the box down and there's your free Brenda that we've included for everyone. Because we did have Brenda Type 1. I don't know if you saw Brenda Mark 1.
Yes, I did, the first one.
Yeah, and then she went away for a week, a long weekend, and came back having had quite a bit of work done. She was unrecognisable, some might say.
Yes, she went away to the, what do they call it? The, what are the surgeons that do the...
She had a long weekend in Turkey, is that what you're saying? Oh dear.
I can't even think of the word. Plastic surgeon.
There you go.
Yeah, she went away for plastic surgery. she was plasticarised.
She came back laminated.
Plasticarised is not a word. Right, what I've got here is, now you'll find that we haven't got it on the show, but on the website we have adhesive sheets. So I've just applied one of our adhesive sheets. Where's my pokey tool? I just had it. And I'm just going to peel that away. Now these are great, the adhesive sheets, for just popping. And not only do they give you, in fact the Xyron would do the same thing. You could run this through the Xyron and it would give you a sticker back as well. And then what I'm going to do is lay this over the top. So I can see, I'm just making sure I haven't got any... Oh, look, we're sticking to my bracelet. We're sticking everywhere.
They are very sticky, aren't they?
Yeah, really sticky. So just popping that on the top there, laying that down.
I'm not sure what the answer to this question is, Debbie.
Well, I will do my best.
You know the kaleidoscopes that have sold out, they were layering stencils.
The what, sorry?
The kaleidoscopes that sold out.
Yes.
Could you use both parts of this die cut and create your own almost layering stencil? Could you like
Absolutely.
spritz through the first layer, take that off, and then spritz through the top layer? Would you get, or the other way, maybe the other way around? I don't know.
Ooh.
I'm not sure. Are you?
Oh, wrong glue. I want the red glue. Excuse me, reaching over. I do know what you mean. Yes, I think that's.
You think it might
possible.
work?
I think that would definitely work with if you've used a dark colour over the top.
Over the top of the light colour,
it
yeah.
would look amazing, Joe.
Ooh, another
Shall
thing
we
to give a
try
go.
it? I have some. I have some
I don't
light
know.
ones.
I
there.
think so. What do you think,
Yeah,
Johnny?
let's give it a try.
I couldn't hear what Johnny said. I'm going to go with the fact that he said yes.
It was a yeah.
It was a yeah.
It was a yeah.
We got. Oh, don't, we better not
lost
keep
my
on because he says
little
he'll change his
tool. There it
mind
is.
if we do.
Yeah, let's definitely give that a go. Right, so what we've got here, can you see? Then we've got these all stuck down beautifully, and then we've got our sticky background. So I'm a bit of a glitter freak, same as Joe. He loves his glitter too. I've got my little
love
body bag with all my glitter. I mean, look how many glitters I've got in this bag. Really, really strong at holding them together, so I know that's going to be fine. I'm gonna get. In fact, shall we have some?
I think I need that buddy bag that you've got there. I've got a load of biodegradable glitter that goes on faces. I've got it in a big plastic bag, but I need to organise it all with all the adhesives and all the different colours. For when we go to music festivals, you like put it on your face.
That's right.
It's like a special one.
Yeah.
It's good. The thing is though, with this biodegradable one, because it's made from a natural compound, if you do leave it on too long, it does sort of partially dye you. The next day you're all sort of pinks and purples and greens, which is quite fabulous if that's what you're after.
Well, I suppose if you're using corporate colours like our purple, then you'd be all right then, Joe. Yeah, especially if you've got to come to work the next day.
Yeah,
so what I'm going to do with this is I'm just going to use my finger to just go in and make sure that that sticks to all that glue inside, because we've just got some little tiny bits and that will stick to all of them. But look how pretty this is.
Oh, that is lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, isn't it just
So shiny.
beautiful? So all your glitters, you can use them, and it really is going to be amazing. So let's just pop this to one side. In fact, no, let me put it in there now, Joe. I know what I'm like.
You've learned from that mistake before,
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
Well, I am terrible. I have glitter everywhere. I'm terrible for putting it on the floor at home. So in my craft room, I have tubs of glitter. So when I'm using them, I do it on the floor so it doesn't go all over the counter in case I'm not always doing glitter things. And I end up standing in them. So I end up with a feet full of glitter.
At least you're sparkly though, which is the main thing, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. So where's our card? Let's grab our card and we're going to just frame this onto the top here. I think we'll bring in some of our foam tape and just pop that on. Let me use our scissors. I love these scissors. If you ever go for our scissors, they're brilliant because they take tape. They don't get all sticky and mucked up. They're brilliant.
Yeah, some of them get really gunked up quite quickly.
Yeah,
don't
absolutely. I used to always keep just a pair of scissors for foam tape or anything sticky that you were cutting, but our scissors are great for that. So just popping this into place.
That is just going to be so shiny.
It's
and you know,
gorgeous,
I
isn't
also
it?
love, it's nice sending things to people that don't necessarily like glitter with glitter on them. And things that are going to get glitter
Oh, I'm
everywhere.
so glad that's not just me.
I love doing it. Pop a bit of glitter in the envelope so when they open it up.
I'm
We
the
all
one-
do it, surely.
Oh, I do. And I'm the one that always sends the noisy toys to like my nieces and my granddaughters. Yeah, because I know they get on the parents' nerves. And I don't mind noise. I'm quite happy to listen to all the noise. So I'm just using some of the butterflies out of the Lily collection that we had on yesterday.
Johnny said you can go babysit his children if you like noise.
Oh, I'd love it. I'd absolutely love it. So there's that one. And then we'll get quickly on to see if we can do that demo. But it's just beautiful, isn't it?
Really
so
gorgeous.
quickly then, Joe, let's pop that to the side and bring in these two. Oh, I forgot to do something. It doesn't matter. We'll do it another time. So...
You're going to tell us what it was, or we're going to save it for
what
another
it
go?
was, Joe, is but because we used a lighter glitter, I was going to do a darker one. I was going to paper piece. So if I bring this back in, I was going to paper piece a white piece. I'd cut it out. So shall we just do it?
Just
anyway?
using
Let's
part of
pop
it. That's
them
a
on.
lovely idea.
Yeah, and they
that looks
snip
beautiful.
out. Oh yeah, let's do that. Let's
That's really finished it off.
Get our spray again. Oh no, red spray.
Red is permanent one, is it?
Where did I put Brenda? She's behind us.
She's gone for a coffee with the girls. She's gone off with Teresa and Barbara and the rest of the buddy crew.
Okay, so let's just pop this on. And these are really snippable, but it does, I mean, that looks fabulous.
Really beautiful. Really finishes it off.
Really lovely. And then we can just stick our butterflies back on there. Yeah, we definitely need to do that. Yeah, that's gorgeous, isn't it? Really frames it.
Really gorgeous.
So let's see. It's bringing these two. I'm going to try and find myself. There's some here. Piece of card. And then we will see if Joe's idea works.
Carol says, that looks lovely over on Facebook. Love the glitter, says Vanessa. I absolutely love Debbie's style, says Angie. She is brilliant.
Oh,
Isn't she just? She really is. Diane saying she loves the glitter as well. I have to try this technique. Tricia letting us know she's a complete newbie, but she says her craft room would say that wouldn't say that, as she can't resist the amazing products. I think if you've got a craft room, that definitely qualifies you as not being a newbie. If you've got a craft room. Vintage Christmas, I just want to remind you about the Vintage Christmas collection, just because it is really, really busy online. As I said earlier, it did sell out in the earlier launch show. We did manage to basically pilfer a little bit of stock from our retail stores, just because so many of you missed out on it. I think you and us as well didn't realise it was going to sell out as quickly as it did. So we did get a small amount of stock for you. It is here. It is available right now on the website. You will need to be quick for it. £92 or $105 for Vintage Christmas. Sharon's been sending us in some pictures. Sharon Stuper, which is a great name. Love that stenciling there, Debbie. Looks really beautiful, that one, doesn't it?
Oh, it's so lovely. Yeah, it's a really nice one, that is. But yeah, that's a gorgeous. I really love it. It's a lovely sentiment, lovely happy birthday wishes. Yeah, all works really well together.
Beautiful.
I think we've got the new Christmas ones coming out for HSN this week.
Oh, that'll be exciting. Can't wait to see those ones as well. Remember, at HSN, you're going to have to tell me when the shows are, Debbie, because I couldn't even remember what day it was today, let alone do time differences and overnight things. So it's Monday today, so it'll be tomorrow, won't it? The shows
Yes, it will be tomorrow. So yeah, 4 a.m. UK time. I'm not actually sure.
So actually, it will be tonight. Then it'll be 11 p.m. tonight is the first one. If you're in the US
so
now.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's Monday morning in the US, so the first one
11 p.m.
will be
Monday,
tonight.
yes.
It's a good job we're not doing it. I'd never turn up on time. You know, I come in on a Thursday or something, Debbie, when it was been on a Tuesday. Right, I'm going to hand you back to Debbie. We're going to try out that little thing that we had a chat about.
Yeah, we certainly are. So Joe come up with the idea of using the double-sided dies when they're cut out. So we've got the two here. So we've got the extra bits here. I'm just going to come over this side.
Is that the peony one again you've got there?
It's the one we cut out earlier. Yeah. So did you find out if it was the peony one?
It was the peony, I believe.
So I'm just going to hold this down, wondering whether to use a spray, but no, I'm not going to. We're just going to go straight in. So I'm using our greens. They were the first ones I grabbed to hand.
And which ones are you using? What type?
What ink pads?
Yes.
I'm using the Harmony ink pads.
Wonderful.
So I'm using the Spring Meadow, and then I'm going to use the Grasshopper over the top.
Wonderful.
So I'm just dabbing this in. Oh, I think this is going to look amazing, Joe. I hope so, anyway.
Let's see. I mean, it could be a truly terrible idea.
No,
I've had a lot
not
of them,
at all.
Debbie, so...
I'm sure you haven't, Joe. I bet you're full of great ideas, actually.
They usually say, don't they, all the gear and no idea. I'm the opposite of that. All idea, but no execution. Honestly, I can't even draw a stick man. I can crochet, that's about it. That's my lot. I did say I was going to make tags this year, because I do just obsess about tags. Well, that looks beautiful on its own, doesn't it? It
does look lovely, doesn't it? I mean, look at that for a background stencil. Just amazing. And then we're going to pop this one on top. Right, so I think what's going to happen here, Joe, is...
It's not going to work.
No, but I'm gonna do it still to see, because I think it will come out, but let's see.
It just won't be as we imagined.
It won't be as we imagined, yeah, because we're actually covering now that green.
Right.
So most of that will be covered, which I think will cancel out what we've done in the first place.
Okie doke.
Yeah. But we
I guess
will see.
you can always. The great thing is if you do something, and it's just a bit of ink and some cardstock at the end of the day, isn't it? So you can afford to really play around and experiment with these sorts of things.
Yeah, so much so. But yeah, I think what it's done, there could be a little bit of green, lighter green still under. We will see. And the reason I'm twisting and turning it is because we've not stuck this down with anything.
Right, okay.
So I'm just padding down and twisting, and that means the ink will go through, but it won't rip up, where if I was circling, it will start to take this up. But if we take, oh, look at that. I'm liking that.
Yeah,
I think it looks nice. Joe, take that.
Yeah, okay. Thanks. All right, I'll take it.
I'm liking it. I think it looks nice. I think we're just seeing that little bit of green through it looks really different. I like it.
Yeah, it's very
And in fact, I
unusual.
tell you what, Joe, let's just, I haven't got, I'm going to go out of shot, sorry. I'm going to get a guillotine and then we're going to just cut it to size, because I think once it's cut up, it will look much better. So let's just pop that in. And our other side. I love just going off piece and sort of winging it.
I think it's a lot of fun. I mean, obviously, moving towards working towards creating a finished project is always going to be, a great payoff. But sometimes just playing around is also equally fun, isn't it?
Absolutely, and we're never frightened to do it. So if it's going to go wrong for you, let us try it first. But yeah, look at that. It looks amazing.
Love that.
Yeah, I do. I really like that. It's a bit of a grungier looking flower, isn't it? A peony.
Absolutely. And you can do what you want, take them really abstract. It's completely up to you. Right, I want to remind you of a few bits. Very busy on the double-sided window dies. Remember, you're getting all 6 of those flowers within there. I want to remind you as well about the Centura Pearl deal that we've got, because it's 5 of our 10 packs available for you at a fantastic price. So this one here is your hint of silver. Can you see how gorgeous that pearlescence is that you get on there? You don't need a lot of this either. It's 310 GSM, so it means it's a really good versatile weight as well, which is fantastic. You've got that lovely turquoise here as well. This was the one that Debbie used a little earlier for you. You're going to get that. You're going to get the deep purple, which is this one here. I love it. It's kind of almost like a very purpley French navy, you can see. And again, reflects the light beautifully. So you've got that purple one. You've also got the canary yellow one. Really, really lovely, this one. Gorgeous. And then finally, you've got that mint green. I love this one. It's like it's almost like a kind of muted green. It's sagey almost. Really, really lovely colour. Again, there for you. You get all 5 packs there, so 50 sheets for £11. Or you put it like that, it's a really great deal. Or $16 if you are across in the US as well. Right, we've got some stamps available on the show for you. I'm going to take you through them because these are brilliant. These are really good when you just need a little, you need a little sentiment, something to finish it off. Wonderful for smaller cards as well. This one here is, it's the little things in life. This one says, the best way out is always through, which is sometimes true, isn't it? This one here says, remember, as far as anyone knows, we are a nice, normal family. A lot of us, I think, will be able to sympathise with that one. You got this. I love this. Great for little inspirational box frames if you wanted to make those too. You don't have to be perfect to be beautiful. You don't at all. This one says, inhale confidence, exhale doubt. This one here says, go make a fairy tale and live in it, as you can see. The next one here says, to the world you are a mother, but to your family you are the world. You can interchange that one as well with the words mother and father, so it's completely up to you. You will be exactly as happy as you decide to be. I think these are quite good. I like a lot of these mantras that are within here. When you can't find the sunshine, be the sunshine. I think that's an important one. And as well, this one says here, the best antiques are old friends. 1743 if you want to get those, or 2065 if you are in the US. You're basically receiving 11 but paying for 7, which is a really great way of getting hold of these. Loads of you still commenting as well. Shannon says, and I can tell you this is definitely not going to happen, Shannon, that Joe should demonstrate his ideas. I don't think so. Susan saying, crafting is 80% inspiration and 20% trial and error. I mean, I like the idea of that, but I'm not sure in practice that is completely true for myself. Very clever, Joe, says Susan. Oh, full of compliments today. You guys, Shell says as well, love Debbie Styles. Great to learn about all her tricks of the trade. Gorgeous. Really that really finished it off beautifully with the last paper layer, that original demonstration that you did. And Diane saying that she loves the glitter. She'll definitely be trying that first technique as well. Very busy on those double-sided flower dies. Now, right, what do you fancy showing us next then, Debbie?
Right, the stamps, but we're going to bring in the sparkle pens again because I just love them. They're the thing that I like to craft with all the time, because we tend to think with any sort of watercolour substance that we're going to get in a bit of a mess. But actually, although they can be messy, you can clean up very quickly and you can get great results in really little time, which is amazing. And I'm going to do a really, really quick, simple technique using the pens directly onto our card, and it really is as quick as anything. So if you've got a really quick card to do and you just want something simple to do, you're going to be able to do that with the pens and the stamps. So I'm using two colours that I know that are going to work well together. I'm going to start off with my blue, and then I'm just going to, in fact, I think I'm going to go directly with the pens. So I'm just going to give it a few little squeezes. So I'm gently just squeezing down, giving it a little tiny pump on each side, just to make sure I've got enough in my barrel. Because the great thing with the sparkle pens is all the ink will stay in here. It's only when you squeeze it. When this runs out, your brush will start to run out, but all your liquid is still in the barrel. So you just then keep squeezing until it comes out. So I'm just going to go straight in and pop this onto my card front. And I'm just going to use this as my background to stamp with. And
I find these mesmerising, especially as they dry. I think sometimes they almost look fizzy, don't they, as they dry? They're that packed full of all that glitter and that shimmer in there.
Yeah, they really do. And also, they dry quite differently sometimes. So where this pink might look quite dark, it actually dries a really beautiful vintage colour. So obviously from the vintage sets. So we're just going to heat that up just to dry that off a bit. And then you'll see the beautiful sparkle come through there. But it's a really nice, just way of doing a really quick background that looks really effective.
Really lovely, love the two colours. Almost like a claret, isn't it, that pink?
Yeah, it's gorgeous, isn't it? Just really, really lovely. I think I've picked up a different colour to what I did before actually, which is why I probably thought it goes a bit lighter. And I'll show you the one I've already done.
Can you leave that to dry naturally if you don't have a heat tool, Debbie?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And in fact, it doesn't take too long to dry either. So what I would say is if you want to use any of your watercolour backgrounds to put through your Gemini machine because you want to emboss them or anything like that, just make sure they are dry. But a lot of things you can do really quickly and it does come together really quick. So
Shannon's asking if you're using watercolour card for these.
I am, sorry, yes, watercolour card. So I used a lighter pink on this one.
I love that pink, I must say.
Yeah, it's
salmon,
really lovely. It's just beautiful. So I just picked up, they're very similar, some of the pens, but very different when you actually put them down. I've lost my little buddy, but there it is. So this is the one that I obviously used before, which is the lilac, I believe. And this one is peony.
Okay.
So although they look quite similar, there's a difference you can see in the colour. So I'm just going to switch to my lighter one because what I'm going to do, I'm just going to use this to stamp on, and I'm going to stamp my You Got This on top. This is one of my favourite all-time sentiments, Joe. I just think it stands for so many things. People that are going for new jobs, people that are going for their driving test, anything that they're doing in life that you just want to wish someone well. And we don't say it enough, do we? We do not praise people enough with just with simple sayings like this.
And it's also, I think, just the power of positive thought for a lot of people, isn't it? You know, by saying you got this, you know, is a really affirming sentiment.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just great. And it's a really nice, big, bold sentiment as well and says it all. So I'm using watercolour. So even though I have already dried it, I am using my Noir Black waterproof dye from Spectrum Noir because it's the one that's going to give me the best results over a watercolour card. Now, I always like to turn my stamp around because I always think your pressure is very different. My pressure at the back here is very different to my pressure at the front. So I like to just make sure I've got that all covered. And then I'm just going to stamp directly down and just using my fingers to go around to make sure all of these stamps is stamped through. And then you've got that beautiful, I mean, it really looks amazing. So you've got that gorgeous shimmer going through.
You could just
there.
put that in a box frame now and give that to someone.
I'm not
in
even
a little
gonna,
frame.
I'm not going to do no more, Joe. In fact, I'm going to bring in this card. All I've done is matte and layered onto a black card, so it is my card base. And I've just put some little pearls on top just to give that sort of watercolour thing. So, I mean, that is as simple and as easy as it's got using the pens and the stamps together. They really do look incredible. Absolutely amazing.
Really lovely. Let me just recap what you're getting as well in that sparkle pen bundle that we've got for you. It's basically a 4 for 3 is what you're getting within here. So in here you're going to get the spring summer, which are these ones here. You've got pink champagne, moonlight, soft jade, solar red and the emerald green as well as the blue topaz. This is your floral garden. You've got firefly, tangerine, barn red, orchid, pink lemonade and cotton candy. This one here is your nature trail and you're going to get mushroom lilac, garden green, watermelon, lichen and sunshine. And then finally the coastal cottage. And in there you've got linen, peach tree, sea spray, magnolia, cornflower blue and the pistachio in there as well. £75 or $100 to get all of them. They are available individually, but definitely worth getting them together because you're buying 3, we send you 4, which is wonderful. I'll just quickly whiz through the stamps that you've got as well. Oh, no, I've dropped them everywhere. 1 second, here they are, they're coming. These are your stamps, so let's just whiz you through again what you're getting in here. So you're going to get, it's the little things in life. The best way out is always through. Remember, as far as anyone knows, we are a normal family. You got this, which is the one that Debbie just used. You don't have to be perfect to be beautiful. Inhale confidence, exhale doubt. Go make a fairy tale and go live in it. This one here says, to the world, you are a mother, but to your family, you are the world. You will be exactly as happy as you decide to be. You've got this one here, which is when you can't find the sunshine, be the sunshine, and the best antiques are old friends. All of them. You're receiving 11, you're paying for 7, which is a great configuration to get them in 1743 or 2065 if you want to get your hands on them. Stamps as well. I know we sell a lot of stamps, Debbie, but stamping is one of the most versatile ways of crafting, really, isn't it? Because you think, yes, you can stamp it out, but then the amount of different things that you can do from there. I mean, you could just stamp it as you did and you just stamp the image and it was beautiful, but you've got a lot of options when it comes to stamping.
You've got incredible options with stamping. A lot of people are a little bit frightened of stamping, but what I would say is practice, because it is about practice. The technique is actually pretty simple. With the tools now that we have with our rocker blocks, which I think are on the show, we've got our stamping platform, everything is enabling you to be able to stamp to perfection. And with all the inks that are coming out, all the different techniques, I absolutely adore Crafters TV because I watch all the shows as well because they give me inspiration, and you've got a catalogue of them to keep watching when you do want to find that inspiration. And stamping is a massive part of the craft world at the moment, and so many different techniques. So talking about techniques, I'm going to be doing one which I know we haven't got too much time. So what I have done is I've already stamped this sentiment because I love this sentiment. It's when you can't find the sunshine, be the sunshine. It is so inspirational. It's something that can be said to anybody that's maybe just needing a little bit of pick-me-up. And sunshine is something that we all need to pick ourselves up, isn't it? So what I've done is you won't be able, oh, you can see it actually. If I just move that along, we can see that we've just, there we go, it's there. Am I catching it? Well, you can see it. So, but you'll see it more when we start to use our ink. So I'm bringing in our sparkle pens again. This time, because it's sunshine, we need to use our yellows and our oranges. So I'm just grabbing a yellow and an orange from my pot there. And then we're just going to do our wet on wet again. Let me find my pot of water. Although we've got a bit of a purple water going on, so we could have a bit of a purple and pink.
Just don't drink it.
Yeah. So I'm just wetting the card again. Now this is called the resist technique. So what this actually does, I'm just going to pop some colour down here, is actually the stamp itself, because we've stamped with, well, in fact, you can use your clear embossing. I've just stamped using our Harmony white ink pad.
Oh, okay.
And then what you can do is just use your inks to go over the top.
So you didn't heat emboss it, you just stamped it in the pigment
No,
ink?
I then heat embossed it.
You did heat emboss it as well,
yes. Sorry, Joe, I wasn't being very clear, and
That's
I
right.
then didn't make
I love that.
do it. I know.
It's like secret messages.
Yes, that's exactly what it's. Do you know what, Joe? How amazing would that be for the kids, grandkids?
Yeah.
You could stamp all these secret sort of messages down, and then you can do, I love that. And then you can get them to paint over it. With his
Fabulous.
sparkle pens. Yeah, that'd be great. So when I babysit Johnny's kids, that's what we'll be doing.
There will be sparkling everywhere.
I know.
Sarah Brown on Facebook says that at some stages her place looks like a glitter bomb went off. Sarah in Australia, that is. And also Diane said that that previous card you made was absolutely beautiful, simple but beautiful. She says, and the great thing is, I guess, you're using here some acrylic stamps which are relatively inexpensive alongside your sparkle inks. If you were batch making cards, those two techniques that you just showed there, imagine how quickly you could churn out 20, 30, 40 cards using those two techniques.
Right, yes, absolutely, so many. Right, Joe, yesterday I run through something because I was trying to save some time but didn't really explain. So I'm going to explain it a little bit better today of what I do with my backgrounds. So what I've done is I've just got some of our nesting dies, and I've cut out my, using the nesting die, the smaller one, I've just cut that out of this piece of card. And then what I've done with the larger nesting die, I've cut out a piece of white one. And then what you can do is add that layer on top. So when that sits on the card, you've not wasted anything, but it gives you that layer. Do you see?
I love
what I've done.
this.
So yesterday I made a card where I used black, but because I matte and layered the backgrounds, I didn't really show you what I'd done. So I thought it was a really good way.
Was this the
to
one you did
show
with that
you.
pattern paper for the
Yes,
matte layer?
that's
I
it.
love
yeah,
that.
with the staycation, that's the one. Yes. So what we're going to do, I've got some card here. I'm just going to bring in the card. So again, something really simple, but I don't know if we can look at the sparkle on there. It really is beautiful, and this would just make a really lovely card for someone. I've also just got some twine, so I just thought it'd add some interest to wrap the twine. In fact, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to stick this. Let's bring in Gloria, and that was clever. Did you see that? Look.
What?
The pin stuck to the sellotape.
Oh,
it just
my.
comes straight out.
No, I bet you can't solder it back on though.
No, I won't be able to get that back on. So anyone that has made a Gloria in the past, I don't know if you know, but I've updated Gloria with a piece of sellotape on the base.
Wonderful.
So if it doesn't stop you don't lose the pin. I'm just making sure I pop this on the right way. So we get that in there. There we go.
I know people get sick of me saying this, but it would make a nice tag as well, that element there.
Oh, wouldn't it just? Yeah, really, really nice. So I'm just going to wrap some twine round. So really just add an interest. Anything that you've got in your stash, you might just want to add something to it.
Nice to
bit
add
of
another texture that's
twine.
not cardstock as well sometimes, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Whether it's twine or ribbon or even metal charms or wooden charms, there's loads of different bits out there. Even across our website, you'll find loads of different sort of little additives? No, that's the wrong word. Additions that you can add for extra interest. Get my teeth back in.
So I'm just going to bring in my foam tape again, and we're just going to pop that to matte and layer onto our cards.
Anastasia's saying she loves this card. She says it's gorgeous. She loves how you've mixed the colours together as well. And Sarah Brown saying, love all the techniques. Thanks, Debbie. Showing us what we can do. It has been great, Debbie. You've done some amazing demonstrations in this hour. And there have been loads of them in here as well.
Yeah, we have got through tons of demos, haven't we? Which has been great. And I'm so pleased people are saying they like my style, because what's nice about Crafters, and what Sarah is very clever for doing, is picking her demonstrators that have all these different styles and give a different take on things. So it's great when we know that you're loving what we're doing.
It is funny because I reckon that could be a game we could play online. We should I'm going to do it, right? I'm going to save and make something that everyone makes, all the different demonstrators that join us, and we'll save them, and then we'll put it online, and we could do like a lineup, and you have to try and guess who's
That's
at the
amazing.
lineup. Right, I'm going to start it today, Debbie. I'm going to make you give me one of these things that you've made.
Yes,
and
I
we'll
love
do it
that.
online.
That's brilliant, Joe. And there we go, something that's super simple but looks really effective. I'm going to hold that up to the camera, and then you'll be able to see just how easy and beautiful that was to do.
Absolutely
gorgeous. Oh.
It's very like it's very summer holiday, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like on the beach somewhere. I love it. I could see you in a wide brim sort of jute hat or something.
Absolutely.
Big glasses and a margarita. That's the kind of vibe that I'm channeling from that card there. If you want to get all of the stamps, you can 1743 2065 to get all of them, which is great. Let me just share with you some of the stuff that you've already seen, you've loved so far in this show. The window dies, the double-sided window die collection. Really, really busy here. Remember, you're getting cherry blossom, lily, peony, rose, tulip, and the water lily as well. £105 or $115 if you want to get your hands on those, and they are double-sided dies, twice the amount of metal for your money right there. We've got those cut and emboss folders. They've been on the show for you as well. It's a 6-piece collection, £54 or $62 if you want to get your hands on these ones just here. You've got love, home, friend, thanks, birthday, and congrats in there as well. Very busy there. The Centura Pearl, amazing value to be able to get 50 sheets for £11 or $16. You're going to get the Snow White hint of silver, turquoise, deep purple, the canary, and the mint in there as well. Now, the stamps that we have for you, these have been very popular. These are ones that you've just seen Debbie using. In here, you've got Inhale Confidence, Make a Fairy Tale, Little Things, You're the World, Happy as You Decide, You Got This, Be the Sunshine, The Best Way, Old Friends, Remember, and Be Beautiful. 1743 or 2065 to get all of those. The Sparkle Pens. They are forever busy. Whenever you see these, they are always so incredibly busy. The great thing is about these, you're getting 4 different collections in here. So you're getting Floral Garden, Nature Trail, you're also getting the Coastal, and you're getting Spring Summer in there as well, which is brilliant. You're paying for 3 and we're sending you 4, which is wonderful value. It works out to about £18 per pack, which is great. We also had that Essential Glue bundle for you. You've got the Collal 3D glue gel with the tools, which is great to get it with the tools. So if you need some more tools, now's the time. You're also getting the red liner, and you've got the low tack tape in there as well. If you went out and bought 3 rolls of the brand leader of the low tack tape alone, you'd pay more than you're going to pay for that whole configuration there, or about the same price. So it really is good value, our adhesive bundles that we bring to you. We're going to finish where we started, with the Monday Mega Deal. It is, of course, our buddy bags, which have been and continue to be so popular whenever we bring them to you. You've got 4 buddy bags in this configuration. You've got this one here, which is Gale, and Gale is great for, she's got inks and glitters in Gale at the moment, but I'll just show you if you want to do things like if you've got like your drops and mousses and stuff. I've got some little Tonic Studio ones here. These will all fit in here beautifully as well, so you can definitely use it for that. As I said, we've got glitters and we've got inks in this one. They all velcro beautifully. They've all got the handle on the end as well, because they are designed to store in your lowest tote. Now, you can store them in the lowest tote if you want to. You absolutely do not have to, though. They work great standalone. We've got this one here. This one is great for, I believe you can get some ink pads in this one if you want to. We have got all of our gilding waxes in here. This is Barbara that you've got. And again, you've got that really lovely Velcro fastening there. This one here is Deborah. Now, we've got glues in this one, but Deborah also works great for things like your pens, your alcohol markers, your aqua pens. Really wonderful sparkle pens our Debbie put in hers as well. Really great if you're doing a little project, you just want to take a small amount of pens around with you. That one would suffice. And then we've got this one here. This one is, who have we missed? This is Teresa, and this one is great for all of your little glitters we've got in this one just here. These are really lovely. These are all of our little Chloe glitters that we've got on the go. Again, you can use it with or without that hard case, which is on the inside there. I think the hard case is great because it gives it a bit of structural integrity, which is lovely. All 4 of those even today, 20% saving. So £17.97 if you're in the UK, or £23 £4.97 if you are in the US. Now, I need to give you a final reminder of the Vintage Christmas because it is so incredibly busy. It did sell out. We worked really hard to bring you a little bit of stock, although that stock that we did bring you is really, really depleting now. I'm not sure you'll see this back on air again here at Crafters TV in this configuration again anytime soon. We may work to bring a smaller bundle back to you in the near future. In here though, the bit that you've got in here, and I know you're going to love, is that paper pad, because the paper pad is absolutely stunning. You also got all your different dies in there too. So you've got all of your metal dies, your flower making dies, you've got your word matte and layer dies in there too. You've got your edgeable in there, which is lovely. You've also got your cut and emboss folder, and then you've got your stamps in here as well. I just wanted to give you one last flick of this paper pad because Debbie, I know it sort of blew your mind, didn't it, this paper pad? Do you know what it reminds me of? There's a very famous brand of paper pads and they have a number in them, a 4 and a 5. Do you know the one I mean?
I know the one.
And you'd be looking at probably twice the price for one of these paper pads, but it is beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, and I want you all to tell us what you think of this pad when you get them, because I know you're going to love them. Just feel it. It's the quality of this paper.
Does it smell nice? Oh, it smells lovely.
It does smell lovely, actually, yeah.
It smells divine.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Really lovely. And again, as we were saying in the earlier show, you know, like for that one there, I'm going to go back one a moment, for instance. That paper there, you've got so many elements. So that's an element. This is an element here. You've got another element here. Or you've got these up here. There's so many bits of it you could use. You could cut it down to 4 or 5 or even 6 toppers. All use it all together for full effect. I was saying earlier, friends of mine had they bought like a Georgian or Victorian house. And one of the rooms, Debbie, still had layer upon layer of wallpaper, and they had to try and like strip it back. And it looked very much like this. Obviously not in a Christmas theme, but sort of layers of vintage wallpaper over each other is what it kind of is, the vibe it gives me.
The other thing is as well, Joe, is there's not one page on that pad.
Do you want the B-sides?
That you don't, yeah, absolutely.
I'll give you the B-sides.
But there is not one piece on there that you couldn't love. Every single page on there. And I have to say that even in some of our pads, there's maybe 1 or 2 that you think, oh, that's maybe not one I'd use, but it's lovely. But every one of these is so stunningly beautiful.
And do you know what? The B-sides are not overly Christmassy.
Well, I was thinking that they're very more vintagey, aren't they?
They are, yeah. I mean, you could definitely use those every day, all the year through. I mean, the other side, of course, has got the very Christmas. There's a few elements on there that are very Christmassy, but the other side has got the Christmas sentiments and the Christmas imagery on it, so it's completely up to you. Debbie, may I say it's been a pleasure to have a double Debbie week so far. We're going to finish it off though with a triple Debbie week, aren't we? We're back tomorrow again for launch party. Do you know what I was about to say?
What was you about to say?
I was about to say we're back for Creative Cravings. We're not. We're back for launch party tomorrow because it's Tuesday, Joe. We've got a great show coming up, haven't we?
Yes, we have. It's going to be amazing. I've got so much to show you again. And it's just great being back. So 3 days in a row. Hopefully you won't be sick of me by the time I'm gone. Come back tomorrow for launch party at 4.
Can't wait for that. Remember, we are done now for Day Live here on Crafters TV. Don't forget that Sarah will be up on HSN in 7 hours time, so wherever you are, 7 hours, if you're across it in the States, you'll be able to see Sarah's first live show of the craft shows that are upcoming. Right, we will see you back here tomorrow, bright and early, 11 a.m. I'll be up with Leanne in the morning for the softer side of life, so 11 a.m. here in the UK, 6 a.m. If you're on the East Coast. If you are across in the USA, enjoy your day, enjoy your evening if you're here in the UK or Europe, and we'll see you back for another full day tomorrow here on Crafters TV. Take care.